Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope that it's and pray that it's helping you guys, that it's giving you guys breakthroughs and victories and helping you heal and protecting you. Thank you guys so much. We love you all very much. You are all welcome here wherever you are from, whoever you are, whatever your background is, whatever your religion is, you are welcome. There is no discrimination or prejudice on this channel. Everybody is welcome. The spirit, the soul is created as one, and it is the same in God the Most High's eyes. Right, so this video has been long overdue, and thank you so much to my client and friend now, and also a subscriber of this channel. I was going to say member. I hope we have members one day. A subscriber of this channel. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you for asking me about this and pushing me actually to make a video about it. Thank you so much. Right. So this is rice, the amazing rice. Okay. Now, if you don't know what rice is, I think maybe you probably might have to be from somewhere that is hidden somewhere in the North Pole or the South Pole, where you don't know what rice is. But rice, jokes aside, rice is one of the most important herbs in spirituality and to do spiritual work with in general, because it can do so many things. Okay. Now in this video, as with all of the videos, I will ask you all to mention the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Most High God. The word Allah is an Arabic word, an ancient Arabic word. It's not affiliated with any certain religion. It is a word that precedes all Abrahamic religions, and in the Middle East, Muslims, Christians and Jews all worship Allah. Okay, so I just wanted to educate you guys about it, and you can actually research it. It's true. Some people go into disbelief when I tell them this. They say, what? So Allah is not a God that is like separate? I'm like, no, it's the Most High God that we all worship. Okay? So some people will be very impressed by that, and it will change how they view everything. And how they know, it makes them know that, you know, we're all one, and there's no need for any discrimination or anyone to look at anyone differently or feel that they're better than anyone. All of the differences that we have are to test us, to see which one of us acts right and which one doesn't. Okay? And the implication of that would be a spiritual situation. That person will have to deal with the Most High God and see what his judgment of them is. But we don't judge here. We are a Sufi channel, we are spiritual, we're very laid back, we welcome everyone, and we understand that everyone is important. You never know who's closest to God and who's the one that God favors over the other. So we always have to be trying to do good and well and never judge anyone. Right, you guys, so rice. So rice has many types and kinds and breeds, okay, but for purposes of this video, I'm going to be talking about the basmati rice, and also this is the basmati rice, or that kind long grain rice, is the one that we find the best results with, or the results that people want. It gets the quickest results, okay? Now, I also have to say, it doesn't matter what the color of the rice is, white or brown or so on, but they all have their differences. So the white one is generally what we use in spirituality. The brown one can be used for specific things, especially when it comes to protection and other kinds of protection that are specific to the brown rice, which I will elaborate on as the video goes on. Okay? So rice has been well known to attract abundance and prosperity and money. And even when you go to the, I don't know if you've heard of someone called Ibn Sirin or bin Sirin. He's a Muslim scholar from a long time ago in early Islam. Obviously Sufism started after 200 years from Prophet Muhammad came, peace and blessings be upon him, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and it continued till then. It is the oldest practiced kind of belief system. So that Ibn Sirin, he was a Sufi scholar, and he was a very beautiful man. He used to know how to interpret dreams, and in his books of dreams, when he talks about rice, it has to do a lot with money. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the dreams later. I'll give you information about it, but it is known to attract money. Okay, so just having rice in the household, wherever you put it, without touching it, just leaving it there, a big amount of rice, and praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for money or abundance, financial abundance, will make you achieve things that are incredible with regards to your finances. As with all of these things, we say itba' al-asbab, or the creation of reasons is important, or the initiation of something is important, so that the blessing comes through. By us doing nothing, we don't get the blessing. By us doing nothing, we don't get the blessing. By us doing nothing, we don't get the blessing. Okay, so I have to repeat that, okay? So rice is important in spirituality because it attracts abundance. So if you have a business, take some rice and put it in your shop, and wait for a week or two, and then you will find that there are breakthroughs, especially with regards to your finances. For this purpose, you can take a handful of rice and put it in each corner of your home, or of your office, or of your shop. You can put it in a container. Any container is fine. Glass, plastic, metal, they all work in different ways and will bring you different blessings. For example, the glass containers, they are connected to the energy of the universe and the vibration of the universe, so they are the best ones and favored to use in most cases for generic results, like general results with something. Then the plastic containers, they are good as well, because they will let the rice operate with its own energy, and they also can attract abundance, because plastic is prevalent everywhere, and that connects the energy with the rice. It will attract the money. Okay, so the more abundant something is, the more abundant the result it will give. Metal containers are also very good, excellent for attracting abundance. Okay, so if you find people, when they want to do any kind of offering or anything like that for an ancestor or for a spirit, okay, because the spirits, they are on the other side, but they can benefit from the things that are here, okay, from the cyclical trends of things that affect them. And when you do an offering for a spirit, you don't do it in the name of the spirit. You're not worshipping the spirit. You're giving it a gift, like you give anyone a gift here. Okay, the fact that you don't see something does not make it, false. You will grow to understand that spirits are real and that they connect to everything here that is physical still. Even people who go to Jannat al-Firdaus, or like go to the highest planes, for example, they will have a portion of Jannat al-Firdaus. The full Jannat al-Firdaus is after Yawm al-Qiyamah and the end of everything. Then paradise is there, yeah. But they have an energy of paradise with them after they pass on. However, their spirit, especially if it's someone who has been murdered, or someone who has died as a person who has drowned, or a person who has had their life taken from them in a war that they have not participated in. These innocent souls, they go to the other side, and they are like live people. They get rizq, And there is an ayah about this in Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا بل أحياء عند ربهم يرزقون صدق الله العظيم. So many of the people we lose will still be alive, but in another existence. Okay, that most of us here will not see and will not sense, especially if someone is not enlightened or chooses to close their heart and mind from it. They will not feel it. But if someone is spiritual and they have the gift of the sight like me, and everything is obvious to them and apparent, what goes on in the spirit world, they will see that. They will see that the person is alive. There are many hadiths about how people become like they're alive on the other side. It's not just war against the infidels or the non-believers or whatever people will have you believe. These wars were done by Muslims at times when people sought their help, when there was an oppression. The same way the highest powers in the world now will go after anyone who is doing wrong. That's what they used to do at that time. And it doesn't help when people think that they can hurt anyone or anything just because they don't believe what they believe. It's very wrong in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's eyes. And many people who die and thinking they've killed people for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, they don't go to Jannah when they go on the other side. They go to another place. And I say that from a place of knowledge. Okay? And if someone doesn't believe that now, they will come to know. Okay, if they do anything foolish as such. So we have, when we talk about jihad, wal maut fi sabilillah, we don't talk about killing people. We talk about the everyday struggle of life. A mother going to the shop to buy milk for her children or food and gets struck by a car, that is also jihad. That is jihad. That is the jihad. Someone going to feed poor people and dies, that is jihad. Someone going on a pilgrimage to Mecca, to Al-Haram, to Mecca and Medina, and dies on the way there, that is jihad. Someone who wants to help people and is doing their job. For example, an electrician fixing the electrical supply for a school, or for a mosque, or for a church, or for a synagogue, or for anything. Okay? As long as they are doing that for Allah, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's face, in His way, in the righteous way, which is to help everyone and to be there for everyone regardless, unless that person hurts you first or show you signs that they are after you, then you can defend yourself. But apart from that, there is no such thing as hurting other people for anything just to get revenge or anything like that. That is you become the same as the person who hurt you when you do that thing. Okay, you leave them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take it from them, don't worry. If they've taken something from you and you can't help, it will be taken from them at some point. Okay, so they know that. And I think people can find many reasons to fight. The problem is not in religions, the problem is with people. People find reasons to fight. Like I said in my last video, if you do not say, the word no is very powerful. If you do not say the word no, nothing will happen. Okay? So sometimes people create these situations for themselves. Like you see these big wars going on in the world. It's all because people said no. No, I won't do this. No, I won't do that. No, that doesn't belong to you. No, that, okay? So I always say, it's always in our hands to keep the peace. Okay? And we can actually, when someone hurts you and does something to you and you walk away from it, then the revenge that you are seeking falls upon the face of God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gets it for you, and that's mentioned in the Quran. Okay? If you look in the Quran, it is mentioned. Rabbana subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فقد وقع أجره على الله. Okay? So his good deed has fallen upon God to settle whatever has happened. Okay? So we have to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't have to do anything. We leave everything up to God. Okay? And in the end, if there's any enemy that God knows about of yours, that enemy will kill themselves with their own hands, or will hurt themselves with their own hands. You don't have to do anything if you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strongly enough. I'm not talking about someone who wants to hurt you. If someone is in their home, say for example, and someone comes in to try and do anything, and the person gets killed in the process, for example, if they live in a desolate area where there's no one and he wants to protect his family or she wants to protect her family, that is also jihad, okay? You can protect your own things and stuff like that. That is allowed, but do not go out of your way to hurt others with regards to anything. And it's important for our younger generation to understand this point. Okay, so please bring up your children as peaceful beings. That way they will get the best, okay, and they will be in the highest places in Jannah. So, like I was saying, if someone was giving an offering in a metal plate, that metal plate is good because the metal attracts energy. So if you put the rice in metal plates and you put it in the corners of your dwelling, of your home, of your room, of your office, anything like that, it will attract that energy to you very quickly. Okay, the energy of money and abundance. Okay? Another thing you can do with this to attract abundance is to take a few grains of rice and put them in your wallet or in your purse. Try and use numbers to bring your things to you. Of course, it's important, like I always say, mention the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on everything that you do. Read the Quran with it. We have for rizq Surat Al-Waqiah, okay? I'm gonna try and leave a link for the translated version of it under the video, so people who do not know about it can go and read it. It will help you get you a lot of wealth and protect you and even bless you and enlighten you. This surah, okay, so I will leave it in the description, inshallah. So then you can take the grains. We use for money, we use the number 7. You can also use number 9 or multiples of the number 9 if you want. Number 9 is also very powerful and it's available throughout creation. It's a very strong number, okay, but we employ the number 9 for protection work most of the time in our practices. If we want something to happen extremely quickly and you are in emergency, use number 10. Number 10 gets you instant results in most cases, especially if you mention the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on your thing and you pray to Him for help, Him and Him alone. Don't put any other energies in your work. Okay, so take 7 grains of rice, 17 grains of rice, 27, 37 and so on, and put them in your wallet, in your safe, in your purse for women, handbag and so on. The other thing that you can do for abundance as well is to take a plate of rice and put it in the middle of your home and put some coins and cash in it, and also pray with it with the Quran and with the holy verses of the Quran, Surat Al-Waqiah especially. But if you don't know Surat Al-Waqiah, you can read Surah Qul Huwallahu Ahad, which is Surah Al-Ikhlas, and Al-Ma'uzatain, which are the last 3 surahs of the Quran, or you can read Ayat Al-Kursi. These are the default ones that we give to people who are not well versed in the Quran and they don't know how to read it or what to read. Okay, so Surah Al-Waqiah might be a bit complicated, but if you read it in English, it will also work. Okay, the English obviously is a translation, it's not the actual Quran, it's just a translation of it. But it is also, it holds within it the energy of the Quran. Okay, and we have to treat it with the same respect and treat it as a holy book as well. Okay, but it is not the actual Quran. The actual Quran is in Arabic, and that's where you find the wonders of science, scientific knowledge and miracles that you see have happened. Okay, they are usually in Arabic. Okay, that's the powerful. That's where you find, like, you'll think like, wow. Okay, so this is like powerful stuff. So you do 7, like multiples of 7, yeah. Another thing you can do to attract abundance as well with rice is you can do a mixture. Okay, some people sell it in shops now. I've seen it in shops. Okay, it's called the lucky rice. Maybe you can Google it. You can find someone online. Okay, on these companies that sell them. online, okay, spiritual companies. Inshallah, maybe in the future I will do something like this, but not at the moment. Okay, but inshallah when the channel is bigger and we have enough money, I'm going to do things like that, okay, to be able to open it up and sell it to people. So what you do is you get a container, okay, say a bowl, you put it in front of you, you take a handful of rice and put it in that container, okay. To that you add the following herbs. You can add the actual herbs, or you can add the oils of the herbs, okay, the essential oils of the herbs, alright. So what these herbs are, they are ginger, bergamot, you know the bergamot orange, the bitter orange or the bergamot orange, basil and mint, okay. If you don't have the bergamot orange, you can actually add some pieces of orange peel or orange essential oil, okay. The bitter orange, there's different kinds, but the bergamot is the, we call it the larynge, which is like the one, if you look at the videos, I have a video about the bitter orange and I explain a lot about it there and what it is, but orange will do. Mix these and add some green food coloring to the dry rice. Take a piece of paper, okay, just normal paper, and then write in it, on the back of the paper, write Surat Al-Waqiah. If you can't write Surat Al-Waqiah, write Surat Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Al-Ikhlas, or Surat Al-Falaq or Al-Nas, which are the three surahs of the last surahs of the Quran, or Ayatul Kursi even on the back. Write it and then fold this paper towards you. Fold the paper towards you 5 times. Then put this paper inside the rice. Then add some gold and silver glitter if you can. Mix all of these things together and just leave it there in a clean place, usually the southeastern spot in your property or in your home, your living room, the southeastern part. See where the directions are, and go to the southeastern portion, yeah, and then put it there, or towards the east. It's east, but it's a little bit towards the south, okay. So it's not the far southeast towards the south, no, it's a bit east and a bit towards the south, okay, so southeast, yeah. And then just leave it there, leave it there. We do that, we put it inside a glass bottle, okay, just a jar, like a jam jar, and then we close it. It's colored green, because money is green, okay, and it's like the dollars are green, yeah. So that's the main currency in the world now, the US dollar, probably the ones that many businesses rely on, okay. But you can color it any other color if you, some people color it yellow because it's a color of happiness and it brings abundance and prosperity as well. Some people color it red because the 50-pound notes in the UK are red. So any color you put on it, just it depends on what you have in your idea, you have in your niyyah or your mind, yeah, what exactly is in your mind. So you put it there and cover it up, okay. In our home, for example, we have 4 bottles like this, and each bottle is in each corner. When I did this a long time ago, after a couple of days when I did it, I got a big financial breakthrough, Alhamdulillah. That was many years back, yeah. There was at a point at time when I did not have much money, and I don't like to rely on my family for money. I like to use my own money and make my own money, because my family are wealthy, they've got royalty, we've got royalty, they don't have anything that they need, but they have, like, I like to depend on myself. I like to make my own money and enjoy my own money, okay, because then it comes without any strings attached, okay. If anyone gives you money, they will expect things from you. So I don't take anything from anyone, I do my own. I mean, when someone gives you money to live with and then they spend their money on you for you to live with, there has to be some kind of exchange, so you have to be providing something for them. unless it's your husband or your wife, or someone who's just given you a gift of money or donated to you, then that's fine, yeah, you can accept these. But I think relying on our families, if we live with our families, it's not fair on them and it's not fair on us either. Okay, so I don't like to rely on my family. I live a simple life, and if you see me, I'm not that, flashy or anything. My things are very, normal, not luxurious or anything. And I just enjoy my life more like that, I don't like to, because then I'll have to act like differently, and I don't have my freedom if I do that. But then, so I did these bottles with the rice, and then suddenly I got a breakthrough. Yeah. So you do it, and inshallah today, tomorrow, if you do it in a couple of days, a week or so, after 2 days, 3 days from when you do it, or I would say a maximum 1 month from when you do it, you'll get a huge breakthrough, especially if you're working for it and praying for it. After you close the bottle, also remember to hold it in your right hand and pray very hard to God. Ask God and ask Him and say what you need the money for, what you want to do the money with the money, what, etc. So when I pray now, for example, I say, God, please give me so that I can live a comfortable life, so that I can be well fed and feel warm, so that I am free to be creative and create my channels that you have guided me to do, that you are watching over me to do, so that I can give the poor and help. Every time I make any kind of money, I always give. There's certain people that I know of that I give money to. Widows and orphans and people who I know personally who have been important in my life in the past, in all countries, even here in the UK. I have people in the USA, I have people in Africa that I look after, I have people in the Middle East, so I always give these. And there are households there, even though I'm not that wealthy, there are households there that will rely on me to survive. Many women, widows with their children, if I wasn't here, they would not be surviving. They would not be able to survive. They would bother. I send them money for medication, I send them money for food, I send them money just to spoil themselves. The more I get, the more I give them, because I feel so good when I help them, and I can hear the thank you before they even call me and tell me, because I am spiritual, I am psychic, and I get blessed after that even more. Like I get 10 times as much as I've given, usually, because it comes from a very pure place. Okay, like the other day I gave one of them £100, and I got instead over 2 grand. That was a while back. I gave her. She's an elderly woman who looks after her grandchildren, and she has a woman that helps her. They both don't work, and they are in the country of Sudan. And obviously, economically they're not doing well, Sudan, at the moment. They're okay, many of them, but most of them, they can't eat. They can't survive. They're always happy. They're always sweet and kind. So I gave them just 100, which translated to a lot of money there. They were so happy. Like when she called me, I could hear in her voice that she'd been crying really hard before she spoke on the phone. And, it made me cry as well, but I was crying because I was so grateful that I was blessed to be in a position to help. So and then I got blessed straight away. I wasn't expecting it. I don't do anything to get blessed. I just do things for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself, for God. Okay, I don't expect anything back from anyone. Okay, no, I always put people first. So with the rice, when you will get blessed, but remember to help the needy. Okay. Another thing that rice it is very protective as well. So if you put it in these places, it also protects you. If you carry it on your person in both of your pockets, it protects against the evil eye, because they do look like eyes. Okay, without the black, yeah, or the brown, or the blue, or the green, and the rice, they're oval shaped, like the eyes, so they protect from the evil eye if you carry with you. They protect from accidents, they protect from envy, jealousy, and negative will and ill will of people. Also, if you put it in your home, it will protect your home from theft, and there will be such a peaceful energy in the home. You'll literally feel it in your body. Okay? Another thing that it protects from as well is accidents. So when you take rice with you and you travel, if you've got someone traveling, let them carry some rice with them. Okay? And it can protect them from having any accidents when they travel. Okay? Another thing as well that rice can do is that it attracts love. If you see in many wedding ceremonies, people throw rice about and they celebrate the wedding ceremony. And when the bride or groom are walking outside and going on their honeymoon, people are usually standing on both sides and throwing rice at them in many parts of the world. So rice attracts love, it attracts compassion, and it attracts agreement between people. So if you carry it in your pockets, that you can do it. You can also make a bottle or a jar like the one I've described earlier for the abundance with money. You can make it for abundance in love. Okay, so you get some white rice, then you get some rose oil or some rose petals. Okay, you can add to that rose oil some orange blossom or neroli, if you know it. Okay, and then you can add to that some cinnamon. Okay, it doesn't have to be orange flowers. You can actually add rose and orange peel or grated orange peel, and add some cinnamon to that and mix it with the rice. Color it with a red coloring, because red is a color of love and passion and warmth and strength. Okay, so you want a strong relationship, you want it to be passionate, you want it to be loving. Put all of these things in the jar, or you can use the oils, the rose oil, orange oil, cinnamon oil, put them all in the jar, close the jar, and then read on it, read the Quran on it. Okay, read on it. We say for love, we usually use Surat Al-Rahman. Okay, you will know it. And you can use قل هو الله أحد المعوذتين or Ayatul Kursi or قل هو الله أحد المعوذتين. Ayatul Kursi is well known. If you just Google it, Ayatul Kursi, K-U-R-S-I, Ayat, A-Y-A-T, Al-Kursi. Okay, and then you can read that in the English version, or you can read your Bible, or you can read your holy book. Okay, if you're a Jew, if you're a Muslim, any religion. Just read your holy book on it and pray for love. Pray to God. The most important thing is the prayer to God. The holy books are also important because the holy books activate these herbs on a molecular level and they make them really do their work. Okay, so they're amazing. So do that, the same thing with the rice. Okay, and you can carry the rice in your pockets as well if you're going out or anything like that to attract a partner or love, attention, and so on. You will get a lot of loving energy from people, and also if it is meant for you, if that's your destiny, you will find someone. Okay, it's always this love thing. It's about destiny. Yeah? People who are destined to be together, they don't just happen haphazardly. If you try to push it and be with someone just because you're bored or you're lonely or you can't, and you don't really feel a connection with them, then it will backfire. Okay, it will turn into something very bad, and it will, most of the time it will just become something nasty. Sometimes it goes in a good direction because the people who are in it pray and they ask God to cause harmony, and sometimes it is part of the destiny for someone to be active and actually go after another person. Okay, that's part of the destined plan. Okay, because it's open to it's variety. It can happen in any way. So it's part of our destiny sometimes to go after someone we love. Like if I like a woman, I'm interested in her. Okay, if that happens one day, and then I will go, and I have to pursue her. I can see that she's a bit out of reach. There's other people in this. Then of course I will do it. Okay, so that's not, that will be part of the destiny. But what I mean here is doing it for the wrong reasons, okay? Or if it's just a sexual attraction and someone wants to just be satisfied, that's all the wrong reasons for looking for love relationships, okay? you can be okay on your own, okay, until that thing comes to you, okay, and you don't have to do anything wrong until that thing comes to you, okay. We all stay pure until the right thing comes, okay. That's my philosophy anyway in life, okay. So, and I see that with being patient, either myself or other people, when they do that especially, they get the best in love, okay, because God sees it. He sees this celibate energy that doesn't mess around, that doesn't do anything bad, that is just wanting someone. It's like in the Quran it's mentioned as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls it Surat A'yun. When people pray for love in the Quran, they say to him, give us someone who will be the reason that their eyes will settle and they will not be shifting around and shaky. It's someone who will make you feel real peace and be your other half, okay? And that is what's mentioned in the Quran when good people, he says about good people who do not have sex outside of marriage and who do not meddle outside of marriage, he says that about them, yeah? So we have to do that because that is important. Please don't make these rice things to attract anything silly or anything just physical or anything selfish. Use it for the right reasons and pray the right way. That's the only way it will work for you in a good way. And always mention the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and read the Quran with it. Rice is also, one last thing I'll mention before I go, rice is also very good for the hair. It absolutely makes the hair healthy and long. In places in Korea, I think, or in China, the women in the past, they used to, they ferment rice and they take the fermented water of the rice and they wash their hair with it. And obviously these people from that part of the world, they have beautiful hair, okay, and it's very strong, it's very thick, it's very shiny. Sometimes the things that people practice get incorporated into their DNA and can change their appearance, okay. So for that, you don't have to ferment it. Just get some rice, grind it into a powder and make a hair mask with it like 2 or 3 times a week. Just mix it with a little bit of water, yeah, and put it on your hair. It's also good for the skin. Rice, if some people make face mask with it, like I know in my family they have something that like they make a face mask with, and I see them grinding the rice and stuff like that, okay. So it's something that people do. So yeah, so these are the main things, okay, you guys, and I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you get all that you are dreaming of and wishing for, biiznillah. May He give you peace and love. May He teach you how to always operate from a place of love, how to reject violence and how to reject anything negative that is trying to hold you down or oppress you or control you in any evil way and make you do wrong things and make you go the wrong way. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cast it out of your way and out of your energy. May He give you protection that is more powerful than anything with this rice. May He give you money that is more than your wildest dreams of you've ever dreamed of getting with this rice. May He give you love that is of the purest, most highest, beautiful, amazing, satisfying, forever love that comes to you biiznillah from this rice. I love you all very much, whoever you are, wherever you are from, you are all welcome here. And please remember to like, share and subscribe when you have a moment, and I will definitely keep you all in my prayers, inshallah. Please comment, share, and like I said, subscribe and like. Don't forget the likes, you guys. And I will see you guys in your next video, okay? Allah Hafiz. Fi amanillah. God bless you, inshallah. Ameen. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah.